Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Age Technology Screens. Sorry about that. So today we are going to paint the deep blue Nova AG.47 17 onto an official 169 screen. As I said before, that when we first show them off, usually it's on a smaller screen, probably a 5x5, and then we get a good idea exactly what we're working with. It has to be painted on a much larger screen so we can see an official size of what the screen is going to look like on what the screen is going to look like on an official size projection screen. Now, one of the things also too that has to be swapped out are the projectors, because the projector we're using in the demonstration yesterday is a Christie projector, 4300 lumens. It's 1920 by 1200 WXGA. Pixelation count is extremely high on this projector. We're swapping it out for my main projector. This is my projector I use every day over there, which means I have to buy another one of these because I need one for testing and one for my actual projector. So anyway, this projector is 800 by 600 SVGA, 720p versus 1080p. Well, not versus, but we have to swap it out because I need to know if I bring this projector back around 13, 14 feet, even with the pixelation of the resolution at 800 by 600, that the screen is going to have to struggle and work even harder to produce a much sharper and better image. So we're going to get screen work for it. All right, so come over here, and I'm going to start beginning painting this in so we can get this started. And I thought to myself, I was like, why in the world? My gripe with these screens are, some of them are a bit heavy, and I got to drag these things up the stairs and from the basement up here. I can put a little tarp over top of them and put them right over there where my over there against my deck over there. And then when I get done, I can just flip them around and watch something off of them, or I can just, when I go to test, they're already out there. And what am I worried about? The weatherproof, because I weatherproof these screens so they're good. I got 135 out there that sits out there in all kinds of weather. All right, so let's begin. So we can get this painted, get this done, and we can try this out on a much larger level. Now, like I said, usually when you're doing smaller screens, like the one we had, the 5x5, because the image, we have to pull the projector back because we still need the distance to it. We know because the image is smaller, the pixels are going to be tighter together. It's going to produce a much sharper image. The image will actually change once you go over to a bigger size screen, because now the screen is bigger, the pixels have to expand. So we need to see if there's going to be any much of a change in there. All right, so let's begin. Got to stir this up and get this ready. All right, get this stirred up real good. Pour it down. Okay. Keep my roller out of steel. And you can see how blue that is right against that black surface. storage is extremely good because I had half a quart left. Thinking maybe I might not have enough. I do have more than what I need from what I'm actually spreading on here right now. We got more than what we need. Just using this as our paint pan. Orange first. That's how I usually paint. And of course, because this screen had a bar in the middle of it, I had to pad the bar. All right. All right, I'm gonna throw down a little bit more, just in case if I miss a few spots. All right, it's finished. I'll make another gallon of that for myself when we're testing. Very well done. Very well done. Very well done. Okay. Sometimes I like to roll over it a little bit soft. That helps too. Sometimes let's smooth it out a little bit. I'll put a little too much paint down. I had just enough. So it took me about half a quart to paint this 100 inch screen. I keep thinking it's a 100 inch screen, 69. The one I have upstairs that doesn't have a border, that screen is 106 inch. Anytime when we're testing out a screen, you can't keep going back to little small pieces of wood and little tiny screens. You have to have it on an official size so you can see exactly how the screen is going to react on an official size screen, how the pixelations are going to expand. All that is very important. Because every time you stick that on a small screen, Now, what people don't realize, when you stick that on a small screen and you push that image in, you're actually shrinking the image, and you're making the pixels more tighter, and you're making the image more brighter. And that's cheating. We only do that when we first show off the screen, we're showing it off what it looks like. We'll do that first, and then after that, it has to be painted. No testing can be done. It has to be painted to an official size 100-inch or 92-inch screen in there on a much larger scale, because doing this on a small screen is, like I said, is cheating, because your image is being pushed and tightened together to fit that small little square. And that's where the image comes up brighter and sharper, and that's what to do that. All right, so I'm going to take our screen, we just paint it, and we already swapped out the projectors. We went a little lower. We got the 600 by 800. And you know the beautiful thing it is about the day? I got one order to do today. One order, that's it. Got 2 gallons of some products, that's it. I got all my orders out throughout the entire week, which is fantastic. No pile up, no stack up orders, no getting up 4 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the morning to knock out like a bunch of orders. All my orders got trickled out through the entire week, which is fantastic. I'm so happy about that. So I'm not going to be doing too many ship out dates, because all my orders now can get out much faster for my customers. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Yeah, the idea how much work. That's a lot of work to do that. So let me see. I'm going to put it up here. Get my screen, lift it up, put it over there. Actually, the 100-inch, the 100-inch is much lighter than, this is an elite screen. The other one I had wasn't a 100, was an elite screen. Let me see what we gotta do here. All right. Yeah, so, you know, when people are doing demonstrations on these little tiny pieces of cardboard, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do it on the official size screen. That way, people know where your screen comes in at. It's going to react on a full size screen. I don't want to worry about this. Things all torn up anyway. So these are the test screens we use. We have a 100-inch and we have a 92-inch. Those are used for testing out our materials, our formulas on a much larger scale. If you're doing that on the little tiny sheets, as I said before, you know, tiny sheets are just good for your sessions, you get a look at it. But if you want to be able to see what it's going to look like on a full-size screen, we suggest you do it on a full-size screen. Because, like I said, it's cheating when you're trying to squeeze that little image into that little tiny square painted surface. And that's why they're supposed to be done on a full-size screen. I'm gonna put this one right outside in the back, cover that up with some tarp. Turn this on. Oh. Man. Okay. Grab myself a fan. Dry this down. This is going to come out looking quite well. Who's remote control for this? I don't like this. What about still? You got anything up there? Alright, let me track down the remote control. So, that one. Nice. That is going to look nice. So we're at 800 by 600 720p on the projector. Ooh, that's real beautiful. No 4K, no 1080p, 720p only. Swap it out for my I gotta go back a little farther. Keep forgetting the projector has to be pulled all the way back, all the distance. That's good here. Okay. All right. No remote control is right here. Don't start that. You got the remote. No, can't remote control. It's right there. You can detect the remote control. All right. So we got to pull back. We're probably about 13, 14, about 14 feet back for this screen right here. And this is official 100-inch, 16.9 screen. This is coated with our new Deep Blue Nova AG.47 17. And as you can see, as always, fully lit environment. And let me get a measuring tape so I can see how far it's sitting back from the screen. That is real beautiful. Okay, we're going to be around actually a little farther than that. We're actually 15 feet back. So projectors come at around and some change. So that's we're back 15 feet, 100-inch screen, coated with the new deep blue. And as I said before, you know, when you're doing these demonstrations, you can't keep doing them on small little sheets. The small little sheets are just there to test the product and see how it turns out when you first paint them on. They have to be painted to an official size screen. So that way you can see how the screen is going to react to the lighting in the environment, how the pixels are going to basically, maybe they can maintain a sharp image. This is really important. Now, what some people will do is they'll use a high-end projector because the high-end projector will make up for maybe the pixels deteriorating due to the fact that it is expanding. We're using a 800 by 600 res projector purposely so that way we can put more stress on the screen to produce a much sharper image. And there you go right there. Now this is upgraded the blue from the exotics and converted this over to a 17. We also, the new screen, other screen we have in the other room, that brown screen, we used to have a screen called Hazel. We're going to make this the other one of the screen, we're going to make it a black Hazel Nova 17. Let that dry right on out. Let's put something on while we're waiting for that to dry. I can't, so the coverage on this new formula, this new base, is extremely good. I was able to paint a 106-inch screen, sorry, 100-inch screen with only a half a quart. That's all it took. A half a quart just to paint that. Make sure we get it in there correctly. I don't find anything. All right. So the same reaction we got from this technology on the smaller screen, we need that same reaction to happen on the larger screen with a projector with less pixel count. That was amazing. Oh, I love that. Great maker. It's amazing. Let's go from here. There we go. Yep, we're getting it. We're getting the exact same image. That's good. That's really, really good. God is amazing. We're getting our counts. I'm gonna grab me a chair for this one. That's on my head. Don't know anything about new technology. Doesn't have to work with it. Maybe have my cup of tea too. I'll do this. That looks very good. Sorry, group. I mean, other. Alright, let's see, they got an Earth video selection. We should be dry by now. I'll pause this for a minute. Let's see if it can dry on its own. Now we have this on the official 100-inch screen. You can see it now on a much larger scale. I like doing the small sheets. We have to do those from time to time. You know, But I'd rather see it on a larger scale, so that way I can see exactly where we may need to improve on it. But nothing needs to be improved. It's going to pass all its tests with no problem. But first, we got to do the other one first. We have two of these now. And mind you, we're doing this at 800 by 600, 720p SVGA. That's it. We were able to paint the screen with a 1/2 quarter paint. I used the other half to paint the other screen, the test surface, which was a 5 by 5. But like I said, in order for me to see exactly how the screen is truly going to react, we need to have it at an official distance, and we need to have it on an official size screen. Like I said, little small sample sheets, they're okay if you're trying to get an idea what it's going to look like, you know what I mean? But to basically do those on those small sheets, not a good idea. It should be painted on the official size screen. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's go over. I want to get to see LG food demonstrations. We're going to get 2 wet spots right there. I'm not worried about that. That'll draw on its own. One thing I love about this technology is that when you paint it, they're blue. Once this thing gets in front of the projector, they turn dark. Now, the original blue that we developed under the exotic, that screen was blue all the way around. If you looked at the screen, it was blue. This one, when you look at them, they turn like a bit of a dark gray, but they're actually blue. Colors look absolutely amazing. That's the one thing about this technology. We added in color enhancement technology. White levels have been improved. Contrast levels have been improved. It is absolutely gorgeous. That's why I say you have to do it on a much larger scale because you need to see how the screen's going to react. And mind you, we're all in 720p, 800 by 600 res. We swapped out. Chrissy's on the floor. So right now we have the ViewSonic set up. So we went from a 1080p projector all the way down to a 720p. Downgraded the projector, still magnificent image. At 15 and some change feet back, fully lit environment. Excuse me. I'm drinking a little hot tea in the morning. And that's why I say that darker technology is where it's at. Even with our own technology we developed under the ultralight gray. It's an amazing screen paint. Like I said, in the demonstrations with the ultralight grays, they were able to beat other screen paints. They were able to beat certified screens. They were able to produce images in fully lit environments. And they were able to pull a contrast level that other screens just couldn't seem to pull. But even with that technology, we just felt that it's old, it's outdated. It's like pedaling backwards, especially after revisiting these Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. That's around the time I decided to move forward and start working more into darker screen paints. That light gray screen paint is not where it's at, and even with our own stuff, we're not supporting it anymore. We removed it. It's just not where you want to be. You can pull the same white levels because we have coding technology. We can change and alter how our screens perceive an image. So if we want higher white levels, we can produce higher white levels. We can produce contrast levels, as you can see. We proved that actually doing it now because the screen is blue. It's a blue screen that can physically change to a darker screen. And it's producing colors that other screens can't seem to see. I'm going to find that. I think it was 2 of them were dessert demonstrations by LG. Look how high the white levels are. So we're going to start pre-orders for the blue, for Deep Blue Nova, and for the Black Hazel Nova. They're going to pass, excuse me, they're going to pass their test with no problem whatsoever. From what I'm seeing already, from the change out on the projector, from just dropping down to 720p at 800 by 600 or 600 by 800 res, and it's still maintaining a beautiful image. It's going to pass all its tests with no problem. So we're going to knock out, I guess Monday morning, we're going to knock out all the tests for the Black Hazel. Black Hazel? I think we're going to call it Black Hazel. For the Black Hazel 17, that's the screen we showed up first. And then the next day, we're going to knock out all the ones for this one. So we're doing back to back, knock them out, get their labels, and get them set up. I guarantee you this one's going to be, both are going to be the pull outside with no problem. Let's grab something else. Oh, that's beautiful. I think the black jelly bean. You know, the colors are pulling up. Absolutely amazing. Let me bring it up a little bit closer to the screen. There you go. Color. Nice deep reds. Remind, this is a technology that's blue. Okay, so what else they have on here? Channels this one. Ooh, definitely do this one. But we got to do another one of these 800 by 600 res. Woo, this thing is beautiful. Two companies are getting $200,000, $300,000 for stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is beautiful. 800 by 600 res. Look at that. 720p. That new base coating is freaking amazing. It's not diluting any of the chemicals. Everything's coming out perfectly. Wow. All right. Test prove. Screen can pick up at 100 inches, 15 feet back, using a projector with a res count of only 600 by 800 res. So this doesn't alter or change the image at all whatsoever. It still maintains the same image as it did on the 5x5 test sheet, which that is extremely good. Very good. Usually when you're doing a smaller sample sheet at 5x5, that means even if the projector is even pushed back at 13 feet, the image, because it has to fit in such a small, tight area, the pixels are going to be tighter and sharper and brighter. By putting it at a farther distance, dropping the projector down to a lower caliber and res, this gives the screen a much more of a harder struggle to try to basically produce a sharper image with very little pixel count. This is good. This is good. That means the base formula chemical that we have, well, not say I have, God has developed to basically, number one, give you more coverage out of the screen. And number two, give the screen the ability to produce a much sharper image. Oh, wow. That is good. That is really good. And we can do that on a low caliber projector. Means my customers don't have to go out and spend so much money for a projector. And we can still hit extremely good details from such a low caliber projector. I really got to stop announcing what projectors I'm using in demonstrations. I went back in to buy another one of these. Price has jumped a lot on these projectors now. They've jumped a lot. Last time I went there, they were $250. They want $400 or $500 for them now. But then they got to understand that this is not the projector doing the work. The screen does all the work. You can buy that projector without a technology. It's going to look like garbage. Should have bought me another one. I knew I should have. No, I forgot when I got that one. I bought that from somebody who got it at the office. Got that brand new. But I need another one because this right here is my main projector. The 800 by 600 720p is my main projector for my room in there. That's what I use for my projector. No 4K, no 1080p, none of that. This is my main projector. So I need two of these. I need one for work and I need one for my room in there. Enhancement in that deep blue Nova. Oh, wow. Beautiful. I heard the colors were going to be crazy. That's kind of hard to back up, like I said, when you're doing it on a 5x5 surface. So you can see that we are using the Chrissy right there. This is a ViewSonic we're using. And that's the distance requirement. So it's reacting the same way as it's reacting on the 5x5. That's why I said when you watch demonstrations and people are constantly doing demonstrations on these little tiny screens, you're not supposed to do that because that's cheating. Because all that does is basically you're pushing the image onto a small little surface and it makes it compact, it makes it sharper, it makes it brighter. You're not supposed to do that. That's the equivalence of taking your projector, pushing it all the way up on your screen. The image is going to come up much sharper, much brighter. You pull it away, it changes. You can't do that. So that's why we do the 5x5 first. Or if we had the room and we have one of these available, we just paint it straight onto one of these. I have two of these downstairs. I need to buy me another one. We're going to have three of them at all times for testing. Okay. Personalized cats. I say God's technology. God is amazing. And this is no calibrating at all to the projector. My projector still sits in its factory settings, original factory settings. No ambient light controlled environments. Not needed. And all being done on a projector that cost me $150. That's it. The lowest you can go on a 720p projector. It's not WXGA, it's not XGA, it's an SVGA. That's what I'm talking about. Clean, crisp and clean. And again, like I said, this technology, excuse me, this technology is blue. And look at the colors it produces. So we're going to start putting on our labels from now on, dark technology, or I might put advanced ambient light dark technology. Look at the contrast. I love how the black levels push through. Colors are absolutely incredible. Yeah, this right here. And this right here gives me ideas from this right here alone, because this paint is blue. We can actually encode different colors now into this if we choose to, but I'm not getting into all that. It's too much work. Keep it cheesy, thin and crispy. Cheese and snacks. Level up your lunch. Sorry about that. I'm tired. Downstairs trying to figure out exactly what am I going to be painting this thing to. And I forgot I had a 100-inch test screen downstairs that we used for testing. So I'll just paint over this right here. And instead of the only thing I like about this screen, I have to lug it up the stairs from the basement. So I'm thinking, like, why don't you just stick it outside, put it against the backside on your deck, cover it over. It's nice, pretty tarp, maybe with some greenery design on it so it blends in with the deck. And then that way you can just bring it anytime you want, because these things are weatherproof. The borders are already been coated and sprayed. So, that's what I'm going to do, just store them out there. If I need them, I just bring them in. Right, so let me go here and check something else. 2 times we got. LG dessert food demonstration 4K. That brings it up. Here it is. This is what I wanted. Oh, look at the reds. Reds are amazing. I love the reds. I'm gonna see if they have the other one on here. Yeah, two of these. On that one. All right, I wonder if I can go in here and then go up and maybe they'll have it on there. Like those two demonstrations are very nice. All these, man, are gonna look incredible on the screen. I want to play all of them. Oh, we gotta do this soccer. No, we got May, June, July, August, September. 4 more months left. Yeah, 4 more months. Get ready. Color code enhancements. Beautiful. Good. I can get this from 800 by 600 res. What the freak would 4K look like on this thing? nice, clean, very clean. I like to do these because sometimes with the other applications, demos, they can be oversaturated with way too much color. And this gives it a nice natural color balance to see exactly how it's going to react. That's what I said, people are overthinking it. I have customers that have contacted me and say, well, maybe I should get this or get that or spend the money for that. I'm like, you are overthinking it. You know, if you watch my demonstrations and look at the projectors I'm using in my demonstrations, they're not expensive projectors. You know, they got you thinking that the projector does all the work. No, the screen does all the work. If you design a right screen, you do it the right way, you can make a 720p 800 by 600 projector look absolutely amazing. You don't have to have 1080p, you don't have to have 4K. Now at the bottom of the link, like I said, I back up everything that I do. I have demonstrations of me testing out a ViewSonic PX747 4K projector versus a 720p projector. And you can't tell one screen from the other. I'm always curious if models are really happy. They're like the most unhappiest people on the face of the planet. not doing that one. That's not going to happen. Now, for those of you who are curious why it's not doing that, because in that picture of that demonstration, they show a woman with a crown of thorns on her head. Nobody does it but Jesus. And that's disrespect. So no, I don't do that particular video. Sorry if the sound's a little low. OLED. Might as well take a walk. For me, take a walk means I have to back up and show where the projector is sitting. And I should be able to see that image anywhere I move at in the environment. That projector is the screen is supposed to pick up. I think I'm gonna do something different with this product. I'm gonna give it this final test first. This is going outside today. I have to see this. It's doing extremely well. The rest of the test, we'll throw them in there. It's gonna pick up on ultra short throw. It's gonna be able to outperform these certified screens. But we're gonna take it outside today. Both of them are going out. We're gonna start with the heart demonstration first. 13 feet back. Matter of fact, we'll make them 15 feet back. They are really good. Bright levels are picking up extremely high. Contrast levels really good. Colors are popping, no fading, no washing out. And this is all under 800 by 600 res. And it's still maintaining. So these are going outside today. I'm going to throw the hardest demonstration at them first. Boy. Well, power my battery pack for the day. I got enough. Beautiful. I want to hit with an ultra short throw. I got ultra short throw sitting right on the floor. I'm curious to see how this thing's going to react on ultra short throw. Look at that. This thing's going to pick up outside with no problem whatsoever. So we're going to do something differently. Usually we give them the outside demonstrations to test their gain capability. The gain capability, ALR technology is not tested inside the house. They're done outside the house. That's what the 13 feet on the 1,000 lumen demonstration is. That's a test of screens ambient light projection technology if it picks up on it. Because like I said, we develop our own gain. And one of the tests with these screens to be able to see if it can use that advanced ambient light projection technology is it has to be thrown outside on 1,000 lumens. If it picks up out there, and here's nothing, it's a cakewalk. So we're going to run both of those tests today, back to back on both screens outside, which means they'll have their labels already earned. But I'm going to hit this one with an ultra short throw when this is done, because I have to see how this is going to pick up an ultra short throw. I'm calling it. It's going to pick it up with no problem. Calling it from the door. Come pick it up. Matter of fact, let me block this one off because I can activate that one right now. Because that one's already hooked up. So let me get something to put over this to block this. And we're going to swap out for the ultra short throw right now. Wow, man. Look how it looks. If you go back and rewind the video, that screen went on blue. Not this color. There's an activation, so the screen automatically turns dark. This is how the ultralight grays were designed. They were designed the same way. When we painted the screen, it's gray. When we put it in front of a projector, it automatically changes to a dark screen. Because some people don't want to see a blue screen. So we change and alter the technology so it doesn't appear blue. But when you paint it, yeah, it's blue. You lay it against something, it comes up blue. But the minute that thing sits in front of a projector, boom, it turns dark. Isn't that cool? God's amazing. Amazing. All right, so let's go mess with the projector. Got it all shortly right here. That's the good thing about having projectors all over your house. Just grab one. Let me see, I got the remote control for that one right here. All right. So there's my NEC 720p ultra short throw projector. And what we have over here is SVGA. This is XGA. Wow. We got that one next up. Look at that. Pass from one unit to the next. I'm not going to bother just in Keystone because it's already set up this big screen over here.
When the biggest heroes need the baddest gear, it's time.
I'm sure I was watching cartoons. This right here, I'm hitting part of my couch right there. So look at that, on ultra short throw. And no calibrating, none of that nonsense. Just swap out, boom, 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 back and forth. That's what I love about God's technology. No calibrating the projector because it's ultra short throw. None of that nonsense. Just switch out that fast. Well, ultra short throw demonstration was passed. Let's go pick us. Matter of fact, since we're here, we got the ultra short throw set up. Let me go upstairs and get some ultra short throw certified screens, and let's see how they react on the projector versus our technology. I'll be back. This is amazing. That's gotta go outside there. downstairs. You know, it makes me happy. The fact that my customers don't got to spend a lot of money for a projector. That's no, I forgot. That's the $59 on the floor. $59 for that projector. But even if you don't get it for that deal, because I got it for that deal, that price, they're like $130, $175. That's all they cost. I got like 8 of them in the house. Or 6 or something like that. But anyway, they're cheap projectors. That's it. You can go on eBay right now and buy one for $160. This is how our product reacts to it. Projector behind me, $150, but I don't know what happened because something changed on eBay really, really fast. Because that projector was $250. Yeah, good luck finding one now. They went up. They went up by a lot. They want $400 or $500 from them now. But you can still get it on Amazon for $300. Somebody had them for $250. They sold out. I should have bought one. Now I need one. You want to work? I need one for our work area. Oh, sandwiches. Sample sheets we can't use certain ones because certain screens do not work well. Ultra short the projectors. We have particular ones that are designed for that. This one, I think there's only 2 of them. Have that. Is this it? No. It's not it. Just saw it. Here it is. All right, good, perfect. All right, and this company, this is Elite Screens. This is their ceiling. Okay, yeah, the CL. So ceiling and floor rejection. This is their screen right there. These are used for ultra short throws. And this is one that I liked that I saw from Vivistorm. This is one of the dark screens they have, the one that comes out of that screen that rolls up off the floor. They have to be used with ultra short throws right there too. Ambient light rejection. Look at the surface. Nice reflective surface. This is going to go against a blue technology. Let's see how we come up. As a matter of fact, let's do both screens. We got the other one in there too. So the other one, we decided to name that because we had a hazel. I like the hazel, but we discontinued the hazel. We're going to call the other one a black hazel Nova. And this is the deep blue 47 AG.47. All right. First things first, Mr. Bird. You got that there. That's good. We need the remote control for this one. She probably carried it off into the next room. Or is it in your back pocket? Your pockets. My biggest problems for me is I lose remote controls. Tomorrow. Oh, found it. Set it down on the table somewhere. Excited, just excited. White screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're gonna have both of these knocked out by today. Well, the only thing we have to do next, we can do on Monday, which we can do both at the same time. We still have to do the low lumen test and we have to do the distance test. That's it. We're done. So today we're just gonna knock out on both screens because man, I'm having fun with these. I'm gonna knock out the. Nah, I can't do them both because I gotta separate them because of the video. Yeah, because I need these for the website, so I got to separate them. So we'll do this one today. We'll knock this out, and I'll come back in later on, and we'll knock out that black hazel. We'll do it with an ultra short throw. Both of them have to be outside regardless today. All right. Let's come out here, because I want this on first before we start. That's perfect. So we're going to start off with the ultra short throw. This is a Vivistorm right here. I like this one because when I saw the demonstrations on the Vivistorm, I mean, well, one of the things I didn't like, two things I didn't like, there wasn't enough light in the environment, and they were doing a lot of light dodging, like there was no tomorrow. So that I didn't like. This particular one is where the fellow sat there in the video and said my blinds were open when they were actually shut, and there wasn't a lot of light in that environment either. These are for ultra short throws. Now, if I use anything else, it's not ultra short throw compatible. What's going to happen is the screen becomes dark because it can't pick it up. All right, so let's see where these white levels are at. So let me see what's going on here. All ready from the door. Oakley dokley, let's start. Let's see if we can bring up our red. Yep, told you. It's going to happen automatically from the door. Because white levels are way too high. Look at this thing. It's halfway up the wall, and even the wall's not even picking it up correctly. Okay. Okay. That's what I said. Okay. Okay. See? Can't pick it up. This is where you're going to be calibrating. Because your colors are not coming up correctly, or you have too much light in the environment, and you're going to have to dim the environment. Our environment's way too bright. As I said before, when I watched the demonstration, the fellow was actually talking about this screen right here, the Elite screen. One of the things I noticed that the environment was way too dark, and where he called himself having the windows open, the blinds were on a slant, which means there was light pushing through, but the actual light was hitting the blinds and going straight down. When he did open them up in one of the videos, he only kept them open for that short period of time, but the entire video, the blinds were shut. See, your environment's too dark. That's the first thing I pick up when I watch a demonstration. If your environment's too dark, there's no way in the world you're going to survive over here. And that's going to plug your screen. Do this all day, and they will not pick up. And then some people may say, well, you know, maybe your projector's too old. Well, my screen's not having a problem with it, so why is yours having a problem? I went through that with the Elite screens. I had an Elite screen up there for a demonstration, and I had somebody tell me, well, you know, your environment's too dark and this, that, and it was too well lit. Sorry.
The secrets in our
And I said, wait a minute, so you're griping because my environment's too well lit and I'm using really cheap projectors? Well, if my screen's not having a problem with it, why would a $3,000 screen have a problem? They're not going to pick up contrast, so we know that. Right there. Ooh, let's put in some colors. You're definitely not going to pick up color. See? So you can see the projector too. Oops, sorry about that. It's me trying to adjust the stand so we can see this, the projector too also too. Let's see where that video at. Wait, what's this? This is slow? Yeah, slow. I need this one right here. More importantly, this is a slow color change out. Yeah, automatically I knew when this screen was producing really bright, vivid colors, automatically, I told you right there on camera, I said that none of the screens in that kitchen drawer are going to be able to keep up with this screen's color capability. They're going to struggle. And I sat there before we set up everything. I said, hey, I'm going to tell you right from the door, I'll call it. They're not going to pass the screen. And they can't. Now I can see by the way the colored screen's generating color that the other screens are not going to be able to pick it up. Now, some people are saying, well, you got to buy a more expensive, more advanced projector. So you mean to tell me I'm going to spend $4,000 or $1,300 or whatever for a screen, and I got to go out and spend an extra $4,000 in order to get the screen to pick up? Are you kidding me? And probably still end up calibrating that projector and still using it in a dim environment, because they do it in these demonstrations all the time. Where I can just go out and buy myself a $59 cheap projector that's outdated and basically still outperform your screen. No calibration, no worrying about being in a dark environment, none of that. And like I said, when you do a demonstration like this, you should be able to see a difference. I stand all the way back here, and you should see the difference between that screen and those sample sheets. It shouldn't be where I have to come all the way up on top of the screen to show you the difference. You should be to stand back here and see the difference between the certified screens versus our screens. That's why, so when I see demonstrations of people right up on top of the screen trying to show you a thin margin of how this color is slightly lighter, if you have to be that close to the screen to show that off, there's something wrong there. You should be to show that off as a distance. So I'm right here, right up against my door, and you should be able to see the difference between those screens and our screen. So if I'm sitting back here watching a movie, say I got a 200-inch screen, and I have one of these screens, that's what I'm going to pick up when it comes to any color. And we're in a well-lit, nice, bright environment. That's how it should be. That's why I don't like when people do demonstrations in the dark all the time, because that's not your environment. You got to understand, that's not your environment. So when companies do these demonstrations in these ambient light controlled environments, of course, that's their protocol. That you have to use an ambient light controlled environment. You got to use a certain caliber projector. That's to basically make up for all the flaws of what the screen can't do. Why can't you just go on eBay and just pick up any cheap projector you want, do the same thing? And then when I see people who are advertising products and they're always in the dark, always in the dark, you're in the dark, your environment's not going to be like that 24/7. Some people have a well-lit environment, so that's why I try to have as much light as possible when I do a demonstration, because I have to consider the fact that people are not going to be in an ambient light controlled environment all the time. There's some people going to be in well-lit environments. This is why companies skip certain people, because they're in a commercial property. There's going to be a lot of light. So we can show demonstrations of screens firing off outside. Kind of tells you something right there. Let's see what else we got on here. Oh, there it is, right there. Go back to this. Have to do these tests. I have to do these tests whether I'm sick or I'm tired or whatever. They have to be done. Very important. Can't skip them. And I feel that tests should be done live. All tests should be done live, because that means you've done your homework. Because if your screen's going to fail, you do not want it to fail in live. That means you're going to have to work harder to make a better product to make sure it doesn't fail. And everything should be presented. It should be a well-lit environment. You should be able to see everything in the environment. No dark spots. Now watch this. Color red We're going to switch over to red, right? We have the ultra short throw projector fired up, right? Now, we're going to remove, because this is not going to pick up any color at all, period. So we already established that already in the demonstration. This is a screen under the company, I call them Lux. They spell it Luxini. Now, I know right now I'm probably getting a lot of people saying, you're not supposed to be doing that because that screen is supposed to be used on a long throw, not an ultra short throw. Don't worry, I got you covered. Now, for those of you that are thinking that, that's one of the flaws in the screen already. The fact that you can't use it on an ultra short throw, then it has to be used on a long throw. But I'm telling you that's a lie. It can be used on an ultra short throw. And I'll show you why. It's going to react the exact same way. If that screen couldn't be used on ultra short throw, it would turn black. Some people, when they talk about stuff, don't know what they're talking about. When a screen can't be picked up on an ultra short throw, they go dark. You can't see nothing. It's a black spot in the middle of the screen. That's what it means when a screen can't be. They're not ultra short throw compatible. As in, let me see. Perfect example. This is, show you something here. This is a DMP supernova. These are not ultra short throw compatible. See how that narrow viewing cone is? See how it's not even affected on that screen right there? They're not supposed to be used because the narrow viewing cone turns the screen black. It doesn't have that problem when it's being used with a long throw. Another screen you can't use with them, they're advised not to be used with them, is, sorry about that, Darkstar 9. Because in their specification sheet, I didn't read, and I looked up online to do some research on their company. I didn't see anything there saying that you have to use it with, you can't use it with an ultra short throw. At all. I didn't see anything up there at all, period. Nothing. At all. When I did the research on the company. Nothing there saying that it's not ultra short throw compatible. I've seen 3 people using them with ultra short throws. Darkstar 9. They're not ultra short throw compatible. They have to be used on long throws. They go dark. Now, okay, so you're saying that the screen is not the Lux, I'm going to call it, is not, hold up a minute, let me show you something real quick. Can you see this? See that? See how dark that image came up? It's not even picking up any red whatsoever. See that right there? That's not a, that's a screen. When the screens are ultra short throw compatible, they go dark on you. They can't pick up nothing at all. They go dark. That's how you know. When I was doing a demonstration, a bunch of people were saying, no, it's not ultra short throw compatible. Do you even know what an ultra short throw compatible screen looks like? No, not ultra, no, screen. It's not ultra short throw. You know how they react? You know, some people don't know how they react. They turn dark. Can't see anything off of them. They don't even pick up color. Nothing at all. I got a long throw behind me. I'm going to turn that to red screen. I bet you it does the exact same thing as this shirt throw is doing right now. I bet you it displays the exact same image. I bet nothing changes at all. And if that's the case, that project screen right there is ultra short throw compatible. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to turn off the projector here because I got no way to block this without basically hitting the sensor. The sensor's going to cut the projector off. Just remember what that looks like. Red screen. See? That's on a long throw. Long throw did the exact same thing as a short throw. There would have been a difference. It's still reacting the same way, which means the screen can be used with ultra short throw and long throw projectors. If not, you would have seen a difference in there somewhere. Something would have came up different. It's the same way if I did it in short throw. It's the same way if I did it in long throw. Nothing changed on it. But getting back to this surface too, real quick. Let me see. See if this one can do any anything against the technology. Nothing at all. Not one thing. That's a lighter screen. That's a gunmetal. I'm just playing over there. On that one. Some grade 5D. Lighter screen. So we're going to go from lighter screen to darker screen. Oh, you see it now? You see how the, I didn't mention anything. I just put that up there so you can see it for yourself. Now you see how it's seeing blue? There you go. That screen right there is not ultra short throw compatible. They come up black. When a screen is not ultra short throw compatible, they turn black. When they are, when it can be worked with ultra short throw, they remain the same color. Nothing changes about them at all. Nothing at all. That's why when somebody was sitting there saying that, oh, it's only ultra short throw compatible. No, you don't know what you're talking. No, it's not. Sorry, it's only long throw compatible. You don't know what you're talking about. Because you don't know what happens if you take a screen that's not compatible for ultra short throw and throw it up there. They turn black. That's what happens to them. They don't pick up at all. I know. I've been in the business for a long time. Work with a lot of screens. I know the difference. Cinema Grade 5D, which is a lighter screen. Ooh, man, that just came out of my hand altogether. Right there. Parallax. Not if I'm saying it correctly. Parallax. Yeah, but I know the difference. I've been working around screens for a long time. The screen's not ultra short throw compatible. They come up black. And that screen right there is ultra short throw and long throw. You can use that with both. It's not going to change anything whatsoever. I don't know who came up with that one. Because DMP Supernova would tell you right there in their pamphlet, not ultra short throw compatible. I'll show you right there. Let's see. Having a heat wave, tropical heat wave. Got another light screen here. Cinema Gray. right there. Reason why we're doing all these right now is because when we did this screen, the first time we did it, we had it on the 5x5. So on the 5x5, only had 3 certifieds up there. Has to do 5 or more. Let's go with a white screen too. Let's go with the acoustic right there, Pro 1080p3. I like this one because it has a 0.9 gain. It's a really super bright screen. 0.9 gain. Now, like I said, all the screens up here, they work perfectly fine against white screens. This isn't a white screen, the screen is actually blue. So it's a little different. But still want to see how everything stacks up against it. We got everything. Ooh, we got a matinee black. All right. We got Seymour AV. We got a right there. That is a matinee black. This is why I need a kitchen drawer full of sample sheets so you can do proper testing. Got to do proper testing. Testing is very important. Keep saying over and over again, testing is very important. Can't cut those corners. Got to do them. It's very important to do testing. Some people look at my demonstrations compared to everybody else's. Nobody wants to do the testing. Everybody wants to cut corners. Take a string and stick it in the dark and hit it with a high power projector. We're not even using the AG.47. We're using our 720p projector. Here we are. We got a Seymour AV. We're light screen 1.3. We'll put that one right here. We got plenty of room for a couple more. See what else we're missing out of our group. All right, we got a white screen up there in the corner. What's this one right here? Matinee silver. We definitely need a matinee silver. So this is what I tell you that when we test out the Black Novas have to go through the same thing. When we test out the Black Novas had to go through light gray screens. If you look at my collection of certified screens, we don't have all dark screens in there. We got light screens, we got light gray screens, we got dark gray screens. We have everything in there. So, in order for a Nova to be able to pass a certified screen test, it would have to go through all those screens. And it did 18 of them with no problem. So that's how I know that there's no way in the world, and these are certified screens, there's no way in the world that screen could have ever came up dark. On top of that, last demonstration we did before we said we're going to let this guy live in his own little world, because that's all he sees. We tested that screen in the last demonstration against a screen that had a 0.9 gain white screen, and then another white screen, 2 sheets of paper, his product, and 3 other certified screens, and still put a TV at the bottom to show the difference. Didn't match up. A lot of people are ticked off about that on Facebook, on our channel, about how people do stuff like that. But like I said, people do things like that. You do. That's what they do. Oops, gotta put you back up there. You know. They don't really look at the fact that we do a lot of testing because, like I said, they don't do testing themselves at all, period. Okay, got a nice little bunch of screens up there. We're good to go. Let's see what we need here. Just want to go back to that white level. Got them all here, man. But the white level is the only thing we don't have. Dang, damn it. You know the colors too. Oh yeah, we got a white level. Yeah. Now see, and that's the first thing I display anytime I show up a screen, whether it be a black Nova, whether it be a blue, whether it be a chestnut, whatever it may be, whatever we're designing. we have to show the white level. This allows me to be able to tell exactly where the screens lay when it comes to the white levels. All right, so let's go from there. I think apparently some people have not sat in and watched test demonstrations that we do. If they did, they wouldn't do the stuff they do now. All right, so let's come out here. We got a whole selection of colors in here. Usually don't get that many colors. We got a lot in here to play around with. So we're going to go over here and see how many screens are going to pick up an image close enough to the technology we have. Let's go pick this one first. But I should have made sure this one was over here in line because this is a reflective screen. They have to be right in the center. Some screens, you have to have them right in the center because they have that narrow viewing cone. Gotta have that. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay. Swap out of that. Let's go over to little red. There we go. We need to bring that camera a little bit because now we're not on the ultra short throw anymore. We're on an ultra short throw. I gotta bring it down. So there we go. That's better. Okay. Let's pop out of here. Did the white already. Let's go to violet. I did that correctly. There we go. And as I said before, you gotta be to show the difference. So let's stand back all the way. We're about 25 feet back. That's usually where it lands at from here to here, around 25 feet. So you should be able to see the difference from here. So if someone tells you got to be all the way up on top of the screen in order to see the difference in the color, that's not good because that means that you literally would have to sit that close to see the difference. You should be to stand from way back here and see the difference between one over another. See? The reason why my demonstrations are so different is because you have to do these tests. I don't know how anybody's producing projection screen paints and they're not doing these tests. Or freaking certified screen. I'm pretty sure certified screens are doing some kind of crazy test. I know they are. They have to. They have to. But as for people that are cutting these corners, can't do that. Have to do those tests. They're very important. So now I can sit there and say, hey, look, yeah, my screen did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 12 certified screens already. We did ultra short throw test. Yes, we did. We did ultra short throw test. We did against certified screens. And we did the color patterns at ultra short throw. No problem whatsoever. What about outside? Did the demonstration too. 13 feet back, 1,000 lumen projector. That's a gain test, outside test, no problem, passed. What about low lumen test? We got a demonstration here on a Sony 1,000 lumen projector. We did 13 to 14 feet back, low lumens, hit the screen for the environment, do it back 22 feet, hit the screen. Again, see, gotta have tests. This little change out, I like this one. So if you had any one of these screens up here on a 100-inch screen, 16:9, and you have our projector back here, this is what you're going to pick up when it comes to color. This is why you got to go through calibrating. This is why you got to be in dark environments, because your screen can't pick up, can't see contrast. There's another reason why you definitely got to be in the dark. Definitely can't see the contrast levels. The screen has a better chance of producing contrast in the dark. See if we got everything else here. There we go. Beautiful start to demonstration. And this screen is blue. blue. It has color coding enhancement technology to allow the screen to be able to see color, regardless if the surface is a different color. We displayed that on these exotics. Get back here. OG, hey fish. Getting that from YouTube. What do you get from YouTube? Getting that from YouTube. OLED demonstrations, backgrounds are black at all times. Screen can't see contrast. Oh, by the way, the projector behind me has a 22,000 to 1 contrast rating. Just when I forgot to add that in there. So I told you, it doesn't make a difference how high your contrast rating is. You can't see it. Can't see color. You can't see contrast. That means your colors are going to wash out. Yep, there you go, people. Man, I got this amazing game on Steam. Didn't get a chance to play it. I only played it one time. Yesterday I wasn't feeling too good, so I didn't get a chance to play yesterday. And the day before that, I was gaming with my friends, so I didn't get a chance to play it. But I was back in it tonight to play because I need to display that screen for the what's new, what we're designing new, stuff like that. New ideas, think outside the box. So that's what that's going to be for. Can't see blue. So that's another problem. Can't pick up blue. Hold on. See? Yeah, picking it up. I think blues are going to come up. Let's go over to, let me see. Real quick. Anything else in here? Quick. Let me cleaning up my area behind you. And I got to get back Saturday morning. I should be watching cartoons and eating cereal, which I'm about to do in a few minutes. Let me see. Let's see. Panasonic 4K demonstrations. I haven't done Panasonic in a while. What they got on there? I always care about something Panasonic may have. Well, here we go. Let's do the LG horse. Told you. You're not gonna see it. So you're talking about a blue screen that can see color. It's seeing contrast and blues and greens and reds and yellows, and the other screens can't even pick it up. And they're gray, dark gray, light gray, and they still can't see it. And that's where the color coding technology comes in. There you go. Isn't God amazing? Sony 4K demonstrations. Having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Do, 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 do. All right, let's go over here. See? Res, don't pick them up. Oh. Sorry about that, people. A bit tired. Oakley doody. Well, let's play that through. Hold on for a minute. I don't want you to think I'm basically skipping through on anything on y'all. There we go. I don't hide anything. Next, you can see those bright levels too. See? Here we go. I'm gonna put this in here while this is getting taken up and watch that. I'm gonna take care of this real quick. My sample sheet's back in the drawer. Oakley dokley. See what we got going on with this. So the fellow who was doing the demonstration on this screen right here, well, in his demonstration, I noticed that the screen was pushed all the way to the back. The window was all the way on the far end, and he had plants in the window, which means he was blocking a lot of the ambient light that was coming through the window. And none of that would have made contact with the screen regardless. So in that area where it was at, his corners were dark, which means there was no ambient light making contact with the screen whatsoever. Demonstrations he stuck to when he had the lights on were basically all bright, vivid demonstrations, no contrast levels whatsoever, not a mix-up of different colors and contrast and white levels, nothing. They stayed to those real bright levels because that's the best way the screen can pick up. If not, the screen will flaw. That's why we made that comment about how this screen was going to be better than our technology. Well, I went out and bought 60 inches of it. And I said, let's find out. I told you that, you know, if someone's going to basically mouth off about our stuff, we're going to come in and we're going to prove you wrong. But I realized yesterday, like I said yesterday, like going back and forth with this particular individual, and he just keeps going back to the same thing. He keeps going back to that black screen, that black screen. And we all know he faked that demonstration. He faked it. We proved that he faked it. And he's just bent on that. And when you see a person that's just bent and driven on that one thing, all you can do is just back up and just let them live in their world, because that's all they're going to see regardless. So as I said before, you know, when we have to go against other people, we can back up our product. But if we put those out, other people out there on the same, let's say, playing field, they can't back up their own product. They won't go and do any of the demonstrations. Someone told me my product looked just like primer. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go buy some primer, paint it against my screen, and show you there's no difference. Sorry, no difference. Ha ha ha. Show you there's a difference. So you know you have to be to back up your work. And anytime we've asked and requested these certain things, they were never ever done because can't back them up. And it's kind of hard to do when you don't test your work. So after seeing that, how he never defended his product, he just came back in and kept lashing out at us and lashing out at us. And when he, at the end, we just came up with that whole, well, the video we did had to be a scam. How's it a scam? It's a live demonstration. I mean, we got projector, we got screen, we got a measuring tape, ceiling, no special effects, nothing. I'm not waving around a magical wand. I don't have a gauntlet on my hand filled with magical stones. So I'm human. It's just what you call hard work and faith. That's what it is when it comes down to the end of the day. Some people can't accept that. And it's sad, but it's true. But after watching that, I'm like, why am I entertaining this guy? You know what I mean? Why am I going back and forth? I got things to do. I got contracts I'm working on. Got a few projects here and there that I'm working on. Then we got these 2 screens we're working on. So I'm going to work in my world, concentrate on my things I have to get done. And like I said, I've already hired people to take care of that situation. So I'm gonna let them do their job. That's what I'm paying for anyway, you know. So I'm paying for anyway. So let them do their job, and we'll work in our world we have to do because he's just gonna keep going back to that same thing over and over again. So, and I guarantee you one thing, I do. We can sit here in our own little world, design our own stuff, and I'm pretty sure he'll stay in his world and just constantly rant about us. We cannot mention his name for an entire year, and he will constantly rant about us. I guarantee. He has to. But anyway, again, this is done. This is finished. I mean, we've already did the tests already for the long throw. We did the ultra short throw. We did the certified screens. This is finished. We'll take it outside. We'll do it at around 13 feet. We'll do it at 15 feet because I'm curious at 15 feet myself. See how it reacts. It picks up. And tomorrow, Monday, we have to do the low lumen test and we have to do the low lumen distance test, and it gets its label. It's going to have its label once it goes to anyway, but it's still going to have to earn that. Do the other test that's to be done. As for the dark hazel, which we're going to call that one, or black hazel on the other, the screen we have in here, it's the one we painted yesterday, right there. That one is going to be going through its testing probably today also too. We got to put on ultra short though. It's got to go through the same testing as certified and all that stuff. So that'll be done. Both of them are going outside today. They're both going to be outside today. So we'll not both of them out at the same time. I just put in the title both screens at the same time. We'll do that. I'll get it that way. All right. All right. So let's come out of here. We're going to take everything off the screen except for the white screens. We're going to keep the white screens on here. Okay. And that's why we're not going to be doing any demonstrations on its products or nothing because, as I said before, it's old, outdated technology, and we developed that stuff 8 years ago. You know, I showed you that when we brought back the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. It's old stuff, you know. And even when looking at that Digital Crystal Screen Paint, it reminded me like that day where I took that sample sheet and I knew I was in the wrong direction. Like, wow, I'm in the wrong direction. I got to start figuring out how to work on this dark technique. So, so with that being said, you know, the ultralight gray, even though the ultralight gray was able to produce a contrast level, was able to produce products better than his product, better than some of the certified screens out there on the market, and can produce a contrast level, I just felt was pedaling backwards, and that's why it's discontinued. We're just going to concentrate on the darker technologies. And that's what a lot of the big companies are doing. We don't need this anymore either. Big companies are now investing money in darker, more advanced screens. Optima has their own screen, which I find interesting. I'd love to see a test against that one. You know? So when Optima designed their screen, they didn't do a gray screen, they did a dark gunmetal screen. That's what they did. They, like, for the longest time, did gray screens. Gray screens. I was shocked to even know they even had a dark screen. They got one. Sure enough, they do. All right, so we're going to do white screens. We're going to swap out, do something fun. We're going to do white screens now. So right now we have the Acoustic Pro with a 0.9 gain. I don't know what the gain of some of these are, but sorry about that. We have Vivid Storm right here. This is another Vivid Storm right there. That's an acoustic version. And then we have a white sheet of paper. So let's go play around with this because, you know, we got customers out there who have white projection screens, and they're always, you know, asking, you know, what are the improvements you're going to get over a white projection screen? A whole lot of improvement is what you're going to get over a white projection screen. Again, like I said, I don't know why they still sell them. I mean, at least if you're going to basically sell a customer a screen, at least make it a light gray or something. But a white screen, they've been out since the Stalin era. A long time to have a white screen. It's been sitting around, been up there for a while. All right, so here we are. Put this right here. There. One acoustic. Give ourselves a white sheet of paper. Put that there. Oh yeah, white piece of paper. Oh. All right. And we got over here is another certified screen. We're going to do a segment. I've done this already on a white screen. We'll do that today. That'll be fun. We'll do that today. All right. So as I told people before that, you know, when you go on Amazon, you see these white screens and they promise you to give you this 2.0 and 1.0 and 0.0, and you're going to get a much more brighter image and the color's going to look all blah, 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 blah. They're all the same. Literally, they are all the same. I'm going to take a white lead screen, a white sheet of paper, and put all these old white screens against it, and I guarantee you, they're all going to react the same way. Nothing's going to be any different from another. Sorry, people. White screen. Oh, I have no idea what that is. That doesn't come out right. White screen. All right, there we go. So there are the white screens going against a screen that's blue and has a coating in it to see white levels. Same coating we actually put in for Novas. Or black Novas. I got to be careful because now they all have Novas next to them. So I have to say certain Novas, which Novas we're talking about. Okay, let me see. Let's go over and let's grab blue. So this is how your white screen comes up when it displays blue. There's nothing there at all. Nothing. If you think you're seeing color, you're not seeing any color at all. Now, the certified screens I have over there, the darker screens and gunmetal screens, the light gray screens are going to pick up a somewhat better color. Yeah, a better color. And then when you get into that mid-gray, like semi-gray 5D, color's going to advance, going to be a lot more better. It's going to get more better improvement. And then when you go switch over to the Dark Star 9 or the more darker gunmetal screens, color's going to advance, contrast's going to advance. So see where I'm getting at? So that's why I feel like the light gray screen paints and all that stuff, it's old technology. All right, let's go pop out of here. Let's go over to the lighter colors. You think light blue would pop up better on a white screen. You can't see color. It's all blind. And we did this one already. So the only thing you can pick up is a white level. That's it. And we go over to the Rockets red flares right there. I'm not picking up color here. Not picking it up there. Definitely not picking it up there. All right, let's move fast and move fast and move fast and move fast. Contrast levels, not even showing up. They were invited to the party, but they did not show up. And again, that projector has a 22,000 to 1 contrast. You bought that projector, you're expecting to see contrast level in a fully lit environment, it's not going to happen. Let's go over to the next one. Let's go to a New York City skyline at nighttime. I like this particular demonstration because it's really, really dark. Oh, you already getting something in. Oakley dokley, let's go check it over here. Now, like I said, you'll be able to pick up the white levels, no problem. Let's go to the doggy, white doggy. But the problem you have here is that if you have no contrast, even in your white levels, the problem is you can't pick up detail, which means you're whitewashing the image altogether. I'll let that play for a bit. You know what this kind of reminds me of? I'm going to tell you real quick. Now, again, take it the wrong way. I'm sorry if you take it the wrong way. It reminds me of, you ever saw the movie Amadeus? Amadeus, well, he was real arrogant. The other guy was really, really arrogant, very, very super arrogant. But he was gifted as I don't know what. Like, he was really gifted to be able to play music, and the other guy had a passion for it, but he couldn't play music. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of that. There's a doggy right there. Here we go. Then pass over to the next one. Now, while I'm showing you all this, I'm just cleaning up my area real quick because I want it nice and neat when I turn off the video. Having a heat wave, tropical heat wave. So we're going to put pre-orders in for the new Nova Deep Blue. Already, we're going to put our pre-orders in. This screen's going to pass. Like I told you, I'm calling it before it even happens. I called it before the sample sheets. I called it before the ultra short throw. This thing's going to pass everything it hits at it with no problem. So we're going to put the pre-orders in for already. We're going to make a certain amount for it. And we're probably going to start designing the shopping cart probably on Sunday. We'll start working on the shopping cart. I'm already going to start working on the labels already because I already know from the door both are going to pass, no problem outside. All right, let's go over to, let me see. Panasonic. No, cancel. LG Dessert 4K demonstration. Badly, I might have butchered that one when I said it. I know it's sitting there like, wait a minute, I might have butchered the daylights out of that one. Should have put down food, but then food and dessert, wouldn't it be the same thing? Right there, like so. Oh, quantum. Was that the quantum ones with the lights on it, that one? Nah, it's a quantum display. I'm thinking something completely different, but that wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Oakley dokley. Oakley dokley. Let's see. Desert. Oh, I definitely butchered that one. LG Dessert 4K demonstration. Can't say any more crystal clear than that. And I just had the demonstration. I like that demonstration too. I want to really see those reds in there. Let's see. LG 4K food demonstration. Let's see if that prints it out. Okay. We'll bring it back to this one. We'll play it on through. I'm not going to get what I want. Usually I never do. But anyway. So you can see from here. The only thing you're going to be able to pick up on a white screen is a high white level. That's it. You can't see color and you can't see contrast. It doesn't exist. Now, as you saw already, we did this demonstration against multiple certified screens. Them certified screens out there are like $5,000 and $6,000 screens, $3,000 screens, $1,600 screens. So either you can upgrade to one of them, or basically use our technology, which is able to overpower their screens and still basically show you the difference between the advancement of our technology over a white screen and save you not hundreds of dollars, thousands. On top of this, I'm using this on a $150 projector. 720p. And 1/4 this paints up to 120 inch screen, which now we're going to have to change that because I painted this screen with a 1/2 quart of paint. So we may have to change the screen sizes now. All right, let's pop out of there real quick. I can't wait for that new Far Cry to come out. Why did they push the date back? I was really waiting for that game. It's going to be so much fun. I love Far Cry. I'm a huge, huge fan of Far Cry. Let me see. Pretty sure it was LG. 4K dessert food demonstrations. See if we can dig it up through there. Oh, Rick Road. I got Rick Road a couple days ago. That was freaking awesome. Got Rick Road a couple of days ago. That was pretty funny. I love that on YouTube. Someone Rick Roads me. I was like, I got Rick Road? Oh, that's freaking amazing. I haven't Rick Road in a while. Now, both screen paints will come in the original sizes we always have them in. 1 quart, 2 quarts, and 1 gallon. We may bring out a 2 gallon. Maybe bring out a 2 gallon. 2 gallons will be a lot easier. Maybe bring out a 2 gallon kit. Not kit, actually just basically screen paint 2 gallons. But the launch date for these are probably going to be available probably within next week. Because their tests are going to be knocked out by the day. I might even just come in after I finish that off and then come in and do the distance throw and get knock it out in one hit and be done with it. Blue Nova, Deep Blue Nova, AG.47. You believe that's a blue screen producing that? And these are all white screens now we're doing. And that screen on the end has a 0.9 gain on a white screen, which means it is very bright. It's still not maintained next to a blue technology screen. Oakley dokley, Oakley dokley. Let's leave this off for the last one. All right, while you guys are watching that, I'm gonna start putting up my equipment, getting ready to get my breakfast ready for today. Done. So both screens are the Black Hazel Nova 17 and the Deep Blue Nova 47 AG17. Their pre-orders will be, shopping carts will unlock on Monday. We'll have all their tests knocked out by the day. Get that over and done with. So once that's done, no, I'm sorry, Tuesday. We gotta make it Tuesday. I'm killing myself on that one. We'll make it Tuesday, and then we'll launch it on Friday. But we can have a pre-order date on Tuesday. Like I said, I'm only putting a certain amount in the shopping cart. That's what I need to do. Break my controllers. I need these. And let's go take a walk back. As I said before, you should be able to see the difference in the screens at a distance. I gotta get on eBay and I gotta find me another one of them SVGA projectors because I need one now. That's my projector for my watching. I need one for work because I really don't want to use a 1080p projector. I just don't want to use it. Nah, it's too well, at least a challenge. See what we got on here real quick while I'm punching through this. I'm gonna give you up. Got freaking Rick Road. I'm pretty sure it was LG Desserts. LG Desserts 4K demonstration. No, I'm not gonna find it. I found it one time. I cannot find it again. I like that demonstration. I found both of them. I don't know why I didn't copy down what it was called. I wasn't quite thinking. Was it Sharp? No, Sharp doesn't make it. Definitely was Philips. Whatever. I'm gonna dabble on Philips for a little bit. Philips 4K demonstration. Go grab some color. So I'm just getting some stuff out of the way because it's time for me to eat. My roller does not want to come up. Really? All right, everything's put up. I charge the battery pack on here. LG snowboarding demonstration. the other one here.
Yeah.
Yep. This is showing our deep blue Nova dark technology versus white screens. J and K, 4K. Oh, we definitely gotta do the Skyward too. Gotta do that one.
MyBob's.com is the only place on web where you can get famous Bob discount on living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. Stocked up, ready to ship with delivery options. Plus, help and expertise from an experienced sales manager by phone. Only at MyBob's.com.
Gotta go for skin tones. So this is to show you that the dark technology that we're developing and working on, that we can heighten whiten levels. Like I said, the technology we have here is literally blue. We also can heighten the color and all the other good stuff on it, contrast levels. Change anything we want out on that code to allow that projector to see what it needs to see. And that's a very dark screen. I'll show you how dark it is. That's how dark that screen is, how dark blue that screen is. And the screen right here that's sitting against it, it's an elite screen with a 0.9 gain. Oh, excuse me. Need water. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Gunmetal's do the same thing too. We do that demonstration today on the gunmetal. They can do that. They can produce images when you have white screens laying against them. Done these tests. I've done dozens of these tests already. Beautiful women, 4K. I love about this screen. We can go back and forth. We can go to white levels. We can go to contrast levels. We can go to color. It really doesn't make a difference. We don't have to pick and choose what videos are going to make the screen look better. We can pick whatever we want. Might just hit the daylights out of that golf ball. There you go. Get you a little closer to the screen. You don't miss anything. Screens generate a lot of gain. I mean, a lot. What we put into this screen, the gain is really freaking crazy and amped up. That's why I said we're going to do the outdoor demonstrations today, because this thing's going to fire up like crap. Oh, wow. You'll see it. You'll see it. I can tell automatically just by looking at it when it's going against the white screens, automatically what it's going to do outside. Like I said, look how dark it is. It's a real dark blue. That's why it's called deep blue, because it's dark. Dark technology. "4K snow screensavers." And that from YouTube. Do 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 do. I like doing this one. We did it before, but I got to do it again. I gotta turn down the music on this one because it has copyright music, but I do love the I do love the whatchamacallit, the video. The music, I can't play it. Because you're gonna get some really good white levels on here. So this is the future of dark technology. To be able to manipulate and to enhance coding in the formula to allow the projector to see much higher white levels, even though the screen is dark. And at that, blue. If you go back and rewind it, you can see where I painted the screen. The coding that came on that screen was blue. It activates when you hit it in front of a projector, it turns dark. And yet, when it's actually displaying snow scenes or white levels and stuff like that, you can see white. Okay. Sorry about that. That being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. The two new screen paints on the Nova, one is called the Black Hazel. That's the one in the next room. This one we showed off yesterday. That one's already been converted. It has the same base as this one. And this one, we'll have these available probably for pre-order on Tuesday. We may launch the paint on, I'm probably gonna launch the paint on Saturday, not Friday, because I told you I have some things I'm working on, and we'll get it done. We'll launch it on Saturday. We're just gonna have a few things in the shopping cart. I'm not doing a lot. We're gonna do 1 quart, 2 quarts, gallons, and we may do 2 gallons. I'm doing 2 gallons. Shipping is always free worldwide. When people ask us questions, shipping is always free. We ship anywhere in the world for free. If you require a signature confirm, we suggest you email us with that first before the shipping labels come up. Keep in mind, shipping has changed now. We don't ship out every Friday and Saturday. If you notice, you're not seeing a recording ship out date. The reason why, our orders are done. I got one big order that came in last night, and that's it. Now knock that out. Now we ship that on Monday. But other than that, we got everybody's orders shipped out the entire week. So the entire week, everybody's orders were being shipped out. That felt fantastic to be able to process the order on the same day, ship it out on the same day, instead of Saturday coming up and we get stacked with like all these orders and I got to get it right in the morning and process all this paint. It's a lot of work. So this works out so much better. Now, since the post office is getting a little better, not great, but it's getting a little better than what it was before. And I got a couple of carriers that, you know, don't mind backing up the truck and picking up the packages now. This makes it so much easier now because now I can get my packages out a lot faster for my customers. So that's the reason why we don't have a ship out date, because our orders are all shipped out. Just got one big order that came in last night, and I'm going to be taking care of that on today and shipping it out on Monday. So got to work everything out. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless. We'll be back on because I still have to take both screens outside. The screen in the next room still has to go through an ultra short throw test and some more tests against some more certified screens. So not finished yet, but I have to go have breakfast and watch some cartoons as I usually like to do. And we'll be back on later on to finish this all off and get it done. All right. Thank you all again, and God bless.